the steel and fire, the open roads are thrown by your life televised, we're breaking every bone. Adrenaline surges, brace on the fall. Hitting it with HardWire, hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our metal dream. Riding hard, never slowing. In the spotlight we shine. A biker's brutal journey. This life is ours divine. With HardWire, the crowd screams our name, chasing down the shadows, we're addicted to the fame. Chains rattling loud, the brotherhood's alive. Every episode turns up, we're here to survive. From dusk till dawn, we're the kingdoms is through. Hitting it with HardWire, hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our metal dream. Riding hard, never slowing. In the spotlight we shine. A biker's brutal journey. This life is ours divine. On the edge of chaos, we embrace the feel. Hitting it with HardWire, we'll always be here.
Hey, welcome to Hittin It with HardWire on this fine, cold, crappy day. Oh, what's happening, Mike? I had things I wanted to do yesterday, but if you watched Mike's Members Only, nothing I planned on doing yesterday got done. But by the end of Mike's show, I could barely hold myself up. I'm sitting there going, and I was picking on the old lady for going upstairs and passing out the last time. This time we both went upstairs and passed out. I'm spinning. There's a few things I want to get done today. Whether they'll get done or not, it's hard to tell. This is hibernation weather, man. I don't know about anybody else, but I just feel like hibernating this time of year. Don't really feel like doing nothing. What's happening? We got Lee's in here. What's up, Lee? Hopper, Naomi, Mike. Who else did I see? Frank. Everybody's hopping in here right the last minute. That would probably be my fault for not putting the show up earlier. I come down here at the last minute and I went, uh-oh, I didn't put a thumbnail up for the show for this week. So nobody, there's not even like it's not even been created yet for everybody to come in early like they like to do. My bad. It's been one of those weekends. Yeah, I got a bunch of things I need to do. I need to go over to the camper and so what do I need to do? I need to attach the battery box and hook the battery up, hook the converter box up. I got one small repair underneath the dinette that I need to fix. And my first planned trip middle of next month is coming real quick. And I need to get this stuff done. So how is everybody else doing today? See, Mike's in Alabama, so the weather's probably mild there right now. I'd ask if anybody had any good weather, but I kind of don't think any of you live in them areas that have the good weather. Right now. If Carney was in here, I think he's probably getting some decent weather down there. He was riding yesterday morning on Mike's show. Yeah, and I see I'd take a nice 66 degrees. It's probably like 40 outside here. It's cheery. What's up, Warren? Yeah, it's a bit cold. 62 in Cincinnati. Well, how in the hell are we that far apart then? Because I'm not that far away. I'm just on the other side of the state, a little north. But I was just outside right before I come in, run down here to do the show, and it was cheery, cheery out there. All the alcohol still laying around from the other day because we just like, as soon as Mike says, okay, we're off there, bye. And I'm like, oh, I'm out of here. And we both headed upstairs, and Molly almost fell down the steps. And oh, I told her before the show today she had to stay upstairs. I told her she wasn't allowed to come down here, even though we don't have any Fireball left. She'll magically make some appear from somewhere and try to make me drink it. I know most of us are in mild temperatures. You got 70 there, Lee? That's nice. It's still a little mild, but 70's nice. If it was 70 here, I'd be out. I'd have been out on the bike today. What's up, Gary? Gary, aren't you up there in Michigan? It's got to be chilly up there. That was nothing. That was nothing. That was a leftover from yesterday. Just happened to be sitting down here. Uh, we got Peach Crown over there still. I'm not a fan of any type of regular whiskey. I don't know if it's the barrel casky flavor, whatever that aftertaste is that you get out of any kind of Jack Jim. Any of them, they all got that same kind of a funky, weird taste to it. I don't like them. And the peach and the apple crown kind of mask it a little. Same thing with uh, the new Jim Beam Fire or whatever. It still has where Fireball tastes cinnamony. That stuff still got that weird aftertaste, and I can't drink. I just don't like it. Although my old lady was out to bar the other day, and she discovered Jim, Jack, and Jim, and all them guys are copycats now. But they had Jim Beam Peach, and she had to try that. She said it was really good, so that'll be the next fucking thing that's in the house here. I do need to find something else that I like because I don't know. I think Fireball's getting a little. I'm burning out a little bit on Fireball. You ever drink so much of one particular thing, and it's like I don't want something else. I should make some apple pie again. I make some pretty good apple pie. Most people don't like my apple pie though because I make it a little stronger than most people do. Most people make it so weak that you can barely taste any alcohol in it. I like mine a little stout. I like what they call them, buttery nipples. I like buttery nipples. Butter nipples are good. That's just uh, Bailey's and was it Irish cream and butterscotch schnapps. That's pretty good. It's a little. That's a little too like weak if for somebody that wants to get really drunk on. But uh, there was this one year we had a club party and we was allowed to bring our own stuff. And I took a whole jug, like a gallon milk jug, and I made a gallon milk jug full of butter nipple, and I walked around chugging on that fucker all night till I got in trouble. Till I got in trouble. That's why whenever I'm with the club, you don't see me drink very often because I get in trouble. Yeah. When I drink, it's usually at home with my old lady, or if I can find a designated driver, I'll go out a little bit, but usually not with the club to drink. I like going out and hanging out, but and the funny thing is I know if we would just have a night where we all go out and we're all allowed to get shit faced, everybody'd love me because I'm a freaking comic when I'm drunk. I am. I'm one of them kind of guys. I'm not a mean drunk. Some people get to be mean drunks. Me, I'm a goofball. I turn into the goofiest, laugh a minute, joke a minute kind of guy when I'm drinking, man. Don't get me wrong. You know, the buttons, there's certain buttons that piss people off, and when you're drunk, the buttons go from about that big to about that big, and much easier to hit. But as long as they don't hit my certain buttons that piss me off, I'm usually all ha 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 ha, joke joke joke. I'm constantly always trying to be a goober, entertaining people. I do the karaoke. Whenever it's karaoke night, I go jump up. Everybody else is laughing like, "Oh, you won't sing. You won't sing." They come to me. Oh, everybody, you won't sing. I'm like, I'll sing. I don't care. uh, Especially after a couple of shots, man. I'll start up the list, man. I'll get in the rotation, and I'll be singing all night. I come down to Mike's, I might have to bring my karaoke machine. Oh, Mike's got a whole setup. All I'd have to do is like bring the laptop with the music or an edit or something. He's already got stuff to hook it up to. I don't know if anybody that's coming is gonna have the guts to sing. Mike likes to play his guitar. I don't think he sings. Yeah, yeah. Mike won't sing. Yeah. Uh, I can't touch tequila. If you handed me a shot of tequila, and my first habit is always to sniff it, and just the smell of tequila make me want to blow chunks, man. I just go. I can't. I don't know if it's some like past experience I had with tequila that like I've repressed that I don't remember or something. But yeah, I can't even I can't even smell it. Can't stand the smell of it. There is this one kind of tequila that somebody introduced me to one time in a clubhouse they had. He said, "You gotta try this." I said, "No, I don't drink tequila, man." He says, "This is different. You gotta try it." And it's called Tarantula, and it tastes almost like a minty kind of a mint schnapps more than it tastes like tequila, and it's not actually that bad. But we was out the other night, me and all the guys, and one of the guys goes, "Hey, man, you wanna like let me buy you a beer?" I'm like, "No, I'm not drinking, man. I don't really drink." He says, "How about a shot?" I'm like, "Oh, man, I just not out trying to drink, oh, what the hell?" You twisted my arm. And I know it happens every time, man. They don't have to twist my arm very hard. They don't. I try to stick to my guns, but they don't have to twist my arm very hard. Not when it comes to like drinking a shot. But it's usually only one because I don't start going, "Okay, you bought a shot. Now I gotta buy myself a shot." When I was younger, what's up, Code? When I was younger, I used to have a policy, man. If somebody offered to buy me a drink, there was no turning it down. You could not turn down free booze. It was like against the law. Now I turn down free booze. You'd be surprised, man. Whenever a bunch of guys like uh, a big club comes in, it's weird how it works. You get almost like people like kind of get weird about, and then they start trying to buy everybody shots and drinks, and it's weird. It's almost like groupies. They just start wanting to freaking buy shots for everybody, and I can usually turn those ones down pretty good because that happens a lot. A flaming Dr. Pepper. What's that? If it's flaming, it's got to be 151 or Everclear. I'm trying to read this. Please don't offend Lee. I've heard he used to be a killer with his hands. My son's new evening bus driver told Aiden he remembers Lee knocking his brother out on the front yard. We had a couple of brothers that grew up the road from us that used to get off the bus at random bus stops and start swinging at each other. It was entertainment, I'll tell you that. I still remember that. Why are you gay? Shit. You hit them in just right order, it makes sense all by itself.
Wow, man.
It's one of those weekends, man. It's right. It's just right where it's like it's spring, but it's not quite. It's like winter's trying really hard to hang on here, and it sucks because you're like really starting to get the fever, man. You want to get out, you want to start doing stuff, and then you walk, and when it's nice and sunny out, it's like, oh, today's gonna be a nice day. I'm gonna go outside and do this, do that, and you go outside and turn around, come back in. Nope, too cold. Nope, not happening. That was deceptive. Darn you, son, you deceived me. It was interesting on Mike's uh members only. Like Naomi's there, and she's just up there in the corner, and she's just like, hee hee, and she's not saying nothing. I try to ask her a question. She says like half a sentence, then hee hee, and that was it. She's like not very for being what she call herself bitch Omi or whatever. Sometimes she's just like pretty damn quiet. Mikey wore her out so bad in them couple of days, it's gonna take her a month to recover. That deserves a shit. Yeah, Frank, you called that one. That deserved a good shit. Do it again, just because we like that button. Yeah, I forgot. I'm supposed to talk about stuff during the show. Let's see. What can I talk about? Uh, Trump's starting to win some battles in court, some not so much. But I definitely, in my opinion, they do have to do something about. I know that's how the whole court system is supposed to sort of supposed to work, but it should not be where there's literally thousands of lower circuit court judges, and they should not be able to like put an injunction or a hold on a presidential order. They just should not have that kind of power. If there's a problem with something the president does and someone brings it up to lower circuit court and they find like reasonable, like so a reasonable doubt, or not reasonable doubt, but like a pretrial for anything else, they find good enough cause to let it go to court, then it should like get a pass immediately to the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court should be the only ones that could put in like a temporary injunction on the president of the United States. I think that's horrible that they let the smaller court judges do that. What's up, SNS and Dean? What's happening, Dean? Dean, I got one just for you.
Yeah.
But that was my thought for the day. Now my head hurts. I don't want to think about anything else. I don't know what else is going on. Let me look it up. I will look it up and see if anything else interesting is going on. President Trump had a physical done, and he's in tip-top shape, depending upon what news outlet you read it from. If it's the liberals, they have a whole bunch of things they say that they nitpicked out of there that's bad, even though he's old, and the things that is wrong with him is just normal old person stuff. But he was found to be in good health. And although they want to bitch about him being a little tubby, when you get to be like freaking 80s, 70s, and 80s, that's your form. There's not too many real skinny people at that age. Everybody just starts getting bigger because you don't get it. You have a harder time getting around naturally, and it's harder to get as much exercise. See, earlier I tried watching the Minecraft movie and I fell asleep like 10 minutes into the movie. Tells you how good it was. I just figured I'd try. When you like when you're in as into like I used to collect movies. I always try to keep up on newer movies when I have the chance, and like I've seen everything. Like there's hardly anything I have not seen. So I try to watch whatever it's on. And I like there's quite a few new series that was pretty good. I didn't think I'd like that Landman, but I watched it and it actually turned out to be really good. Uh, I'm not sure I entirely understand what you mean by that, because if they're a federal court judge, I don't see how they could just rule in an area. They need it needs to have like if a lower circuit court judge, they shouldn't like strip them of all their power. But if they have a hearing in a lower circuit court and they say that they believe that there's reason enough to have a hearing on whatever, then it should get a fast pass to a higher, like the Supreme Court, and so they can hear it and decide. But they shouldn't. There's so many lower circuit court judges. You're going the odds of, and that's what they're doing. They're the odds of being able to find one that's like an activist judge is somewhere. It's not that hard, and they're literally trying to stop everything the president's doing, and it's literally it's compromising the the separation of powers. Are supposed to be three co-equal branches of government, not just Congress, not just the House of Representative, but the executive branch as well. And they should not be able to basically clip everything he does. If a federal lower circuit court judge says, I don't think Congress voted on that and it was appropriate. So now I'm going to put an injunction on Congress. You don't see him doing that. They're just doing it. They're just doing this political warfare, right or wrong. What was that? My brotherhood. Damn. Yeah, and I gotta go to Lowe's and buy some 12 uh 12-foot wide, uh 12 by 2. They make them in different sizes, but I want to get 16 footers and cut them every foot or so and make blocks for my jacks. I got to do that yet. There's so many things I need to do. But when I go outside and it's like 40 degrees, sunny or not, as soon as I go outside, I go, I think I'll stay in for the day. That's why I need to move someplace warmer. So I will never get shit done up here until only a couple of months out of the year. The rest of the year, I'm ready to hibernate like a bear. What else is going on in the news? Yeah, somebody tried to set Josh Shapiro's house on fire. I don't condone any of that shit, man. If you got something to say to somebody, say something to somebody. You want to complain, you want to pick it outside their house. Okay, but I don't care who they are. Don't go shooting at people and don't set their houses on fire and don't key their cars. People work too hard for you to do dumb things like that to their property, man. That's not cool at all. And if you think, oh, it's okay, their insurance will pay for it. Yeah, their insurance will pay for it, but then they never stop paying for it. Their insurance rates will go up. And when their insurance rates go up, they just keep paying and paying and paying. And it's years and years before their insurance rates go down. So don't do that. That sucks. No, Mike, you try really hard to blow yourself up. That's your favorite hobby. I think Mike's trying to like blow a tunnel underneath the lake so he can like build a bunker under the pond. So he spent all his time letting off fireworks, trying to blow giant holes in the ground. I was trying to tell somebody the other day what all fish you stocked in there, Mike. I can't remember. I remember the pictures that you posted of them, but I couldn't remember what all you stocked in there. They tend to grow fairly fast, so they ought to be getting decent size by now. Remember, I thought you said you put some catfish in there and a few carp for the grass, keep the grass down. We need another election or something. Make some more entertaining stuff in the news. Been having fun watching them uh, videos of stupid people like getting pulled over by the cops and getting out and trying to fight the cops and or some of the dumbass excuses are, "Yeah, I'm not drunk, officer. I'm sorry. I'm not drunk. I've got a speech impediment that makes me slur." Yeah, just some of the dumbest things that people say. Oh man, yeah, you're gonna get canceled, Mike, because you shouldn't putting you enslaving your fish. Uh, yeah, eventually, one of these days, I'm gonna have to get some stuff done. Thinking about maybe going camping this weekend since it's Easter, taking it out for a dry run, and it'll give me a chance with just a weekend of nothing but me and the old lady in the camper, and I can get some stuff, whatever I want to install, and I can just do it there. Just take my drill and some drill bits, and screwdriver, and basic toolkit. Get everything done. I still gotta hang the TV. I don't think the TV that I want to put in the the camper that I have, because I have some extra TVs here. I think the one I wanted to put in the camper, I don't think it's a smart TV, so then I'll have to probably use I got like a NVIDIA Shield. I'll probably have to put that in there. Honestly, none of the TVs that I have that are smart TVs, none of them do I use that feature. I always have an external box that I use for all my streaming. I won't say why, because most of the programs that I use you can't install on a stock television. Oh, you guys. Let's see. I knew there was something else going on that what happened this week. I just can't. I gotta start writing them down. I forget. See, they ruled that Trump could go ahead and fire all them temporary employees or whatever. I can't believe they ever gave him a hard time about that. Dude, they're temporary. If they're temporary employees, they're just that, temporary, and they could be let go at any time for any reason or no reason. That's why they're temporary employees. I can't believe they ever even ruled against him, even temporarily, for that. See, that's the thing about them injunctions. They don't care if it's actual legal grounds or anything. They just, if they don't like it, they put an injunction on it to stop it until it could be heard in court. And then this ties up the whole thing. Even they need to have some kind of repercussions for them judges for bringing what amounts to a frivolous lawsuit. Yeah, by the time I was done with Mike's show, we had so much fucking shots with my old lady. I was sitting there like this, like, and Mike says, "All right, I think we're gonna be done for today." And I'm just thinking, "Oh, gee, thank the Lord. I don't know if I can hold myself up much longer." uh, that was funny. But I was right. I didn't get shit done. Me and the old lady both went upstairs and passed out. She was passed out for most of the day. I only passed out for about an hour, and I got up and ordered Pizza Hut. Yeah, I just don't get. why they say or why they even made rules like that about federal employees because you don't get that protection anywhere else. Why should a taxpayer funded person be so highly protected like that for just a job? I mean, this doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, yeah, it was a rough day the other day. I don't usually drink that early, but like there's no other than the fact that I knew I wasn't going to get any if I drank anything, I knew I was not going to get anything done for the day. That was the only reason why I would have any uh reservations about drinking that early. But it was fun. So whatever. It's all right. But I knew my old lady's like the alcohol fairy, man. Every time it never fails. If I say don't come down here, don't bring alcohol, or I say anything about booze, she usually just kind of poof appears with some booze in her hand and some shot glasses. And you don't dare her to do anything because she will do it. Like I think it was 151. I was making something one day, and I said, "That shit is some harsh stuff. You only use that for mixing stuff. You don't drink that stuff straight." And she goes, "Oh, I bet I could." I go, "Oh, okay. I want to see it." She goes, "Oh no, I bet I could." I said, "No, no, no. Now you done said you could. Now you're gonna have to do it." And next thing you know, she took a shot of it all right, and then she regretted it. A little bit later, she was just barfing everywhere, and I said, "Man, here's a good rule to live your life by. Okay, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something." And that's the truth.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, she still never learns. She does it anyway. No matter how many times I tell her something, she goes, I should listen to you, but I don't." She goes, "You're always right." Thank you. I know. It's years and years of learning everything the hard way. Years and years and years and years of learning everything the hard way. I was one of them stubborn ones that would never listen to anybody. I had to learn everything the hard way. And I did. I learned, and I still do it. I still go. Now it's more trying to do a lot of projects on my own that I don't have any clue what I'm doing. I got I still got my diet of paint, and I don't know how to paint, but it's got to get done because I got a perfectly good bike out there that's taken apart, and there's just absolutely no excuse why I should be sitting out there, taken apart, not being ridden. It needs finished up, and that is one of my goals. And hey, while I'm thinking about it, Hollywood's got a new book out, and you should buy it. Buy both of them. They're a series. He's got Brotherhood and Betrayal and Power and Betrayal. And I'll let you know how good they are because they're in the mail. I'm going. I'm going to try to read something. I do not like reading. I usually wait for the movie. Wait for the movie to come out. I'm not a huge fan of reading. Like, I think the last book I read was when I was in jail 10 years ago. That was how long, how long it's been since I read a book. And yes, I've changed my mind about Hollywood in the sense that I never said I didn't like him per se, uh, but now I've come to uh, watch and hear him enough and whatnot to change the opinion that I did have. That I said I don't really think we'd really probably wouldn't get along that well. He's still got a few things I don't like, but can any of us ever get along all the time? I mean, do we all agree with everything everybody says? No, but I had kind of a harsher opinion at first, and as time has gone on, and I watch his show a little bit more, and I ordered his books because I wanted to support him. I started thinking a lot of the things I said about him were probably kind of hypocritical of me to say because I say that you shouldn't really be that way with people. And yeah, what's up, America Uncensored? How's it going, man? I'm just blabbering on and on. Same thing I do every week. Although I do need to like need an outline of some more important things to talk about, but I feel like I'm pulling shit out of midair because there's like not a whole lot of really interesting things going on in the news cycle right now. Mike always seems to find stuff every day, but I pretty much dismiss the stuff that I don't really. I mean, technically, if I wanted to go and breaking news somewhere in the world, some people are blowing each other up. That you could say that every single day. There was some natural disaster. A lot of people were dead. There's fighting broke out and blah blah blah. And yeah, you could say you could say that every day, and it'd be pretty much true. The world is a crazy place, especially whenever there's so many cultures. And not that I'm like down on them and saying their culture is necessarily wrong, but they practically live in the Stone Age, and they're happy that way, and they don't understand this finagling technology, and they think we're all demons. We're demons. We're all such horrible people, and the rest of America's the great Satan. Even though God does love us better. Yeah, I'm not sure what I did hear about them sending a bunch of soldiers to the southern border, and they said it was to help with the migrant threat, but at the same time, they didn't really say why. And I already thought they had most of it under control, but they was saying stuff about the cartels and possibly bombing some of the cartels. So I'm wondering if there's a lot of things, or at least some things going on down there that they're not telling us about. Oh, Naomi, did you ever get that GoFundMe fixed up? I tried to click on the one you posted on in the Discord, and I clicked on it and it vanished, and I never got to. So there must have been something wrong with the link, or you realized it and deleted it, or something. because the one you posted, I don't know, about 3 days ago or whatever, disappeared, and I clicked on it and didn't go anywhere, so I don't know. That's why I was asking you the other day if you ever got it straightened out. Because I can only donate when I have money, and believe me, my account goes from payday to crying pretty quick. HardWire isn't sitting on a lot of money, that's for damn sure. HardWire gets paid, and like within a day or two, his bank account says 0. And then it's trying to figure out how we're going to scrape by till the next payday. It happens a lot around here. But I don't complain too much about that because we have a lot of fun toys around here too. I think my next toy is going to be a 4-wheeler. I think that's going to be my next toy. Maybe. If I don't, I already know how it goes. If I start trying to plan on it, like plan on that being one of the next things I get, something will happen to my bike, and then I'll have to get a new bike, and then it'll get put on hold. So I can't. I'm just thinking along that lines. I won't say that I'm going to, because then something bad will happen. Yeah, post it. I'll start putting it on here once I know what the thing is. I'll post it on here too, and maybe we'll get together a decent little fund. Uh, I don't know what it costs down there to get like a pig and rent a pig roaster. See, I think it was last time I organized a party, it was like $600. Uh, and that included a certain up to a certain size pig. I can't remember, but the prices of everything have gone up so much. I don't know what it would be, but we should have at least an idea. Somebody call around, find out. Hell, you never know. Might be able to go fucking shoot him a pig in his backyard and put it on ice for a while until we get there. I don't know. They have wild boar in Alabama? Probably. Probably do. Probably not very big ones, but I don't know. I know I'm looking forward to coming down. The only thing that's going to be tough is, let's see, I'll come down. I think we're coming down. We're leaving Thursday morning, and we'll be there till Sunday. And then when I come back on Sunday, I got to leave again on Thursday for Gettysburg Bike Week. So that's going to be a long couple of weeks. Hopefully I don't get so bad at Mike's that I'm hungover for a whole week straight, which has happened to me before. Hopefully that don't happen to me. I don't know if the bad thing is I'm getting a campsite and stuff for free because my parents are a member of the Travel America or whatever, and they made they're allowed to make reservations for their children or whatever. So I got a reservation down there for free for 4 days to go down there and camp, and I want to go. My old lady's still fairly new at her job, and she's already taken like quite a few days off. So I know she's not going to be able to get days off. Like right after Mike's party like that. So now I don't know how this is gonna work. Maybe I'll ask a couple of my brothers if they want to go down, or something. Because I'm not one to go down by myself. My old lady don't have. She knows she don't have to worry about me. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. I don't do nothing I ain't supposed to. I might get drunk and act a fool, but she ain't got to worry about me not being 100% honest and 100% faithful. And I'll tell her anything I do down there. That if I do anything stupid, you know, the worst thing I do is get drunk and get into a fight. That's usually the worst thing that ever happens to me. I've had girls throw themselves at me before, and I don't have any. I don't know. Some men don't have that switch, but I have always never had a problem saying no. Although I have been very close to raped a few times, and that's no shit. As funny as that might sound, I remember once when I was 21, I had this. We all got drunk at this party, and there was this 14-year-old girl. She wasn't bad looking or nothing, but I was, like I say, 21, 22 years old or something like that, and she was 14, and she mounted the top of me sitting in this chair, and she was not about to want to get off of me. And she's like, "Nobody'll know. Nobody'll know." She was not taking no for an answer, I'm telling you. But I ended up winning, obviously, because I mean, you try to be nice to a point, but if you're a big guy like me, you could just pick them up and throw them off of you. I don't. It's like, and you'd be amazed. If you're one of them guys who don't have that switch, you wouldn't know because you've never said no if that opportunity came. But boy, when you turn a woman down, holy shit, can they get mean? Jeez, you tell them no whenever they throw themselves at you, and they get mad as fuck. Holy cow, that's happened to me a couple times in my life, but I've never had trouble. That's just me. I don't know. Some guys don't have that switch. So I hear. Seems to be a reputation, unless women created that reputation and it's not really true, which wouldn't surprise me either. So you had a school teacher come up and give you drugs and sing a rap song for you? Was it a good song? If you're close to my age, so what was it? Some Eminem? I'm the Slim Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitators. So won't the real Slim Shady please shut up? Stand up. Oh, stand up. That's right. Stand up. S&S, I hope that didn't offend you. I know sometimes it's not cool to make light of situations if that was something seriously traumatizing to you, but, uh, I'm just a joke a minute kinda guy, I don't know, but I do apologize if that's, like, something like my experiences, I joke around about them. They were a bit honestly, traumatizing, but, I don't know. I laugh at it now. At the time, it wasn't very fucking funny, but, the, when you tell a woman no, like if a woman throws herself at you and you tell them no, whether it be you say no, I'm not married, or no, you're fat and I'm not interested. uh, at any rate, whatever the reason might be, they turn into like you just like whipped out a Bible and there's a demon in them, and they start crawling on the walls and their heads start spinning around and they start like, okay, oh yeah. They go nuts, man, and it's kinda scary. If you can't yeah, if you can't make jokes about everything, including yourself, you know, then you need to lighten up. Life's too short to be serious all the time, man. Just fucking enjoy it. Make jokes out of just about everything. I still tell people about my first wife, dude. She like one of these days I'll go through some of the pictures I got upstairs and I'll bring them down and actually show you me when I was younger. Nobody cares to see, but it'll kill a show's worth of material, and I'll bore you all to sleep. Hopefully, you got some good stuff to talk about in the chat. But at any rate, I'll do that one of these days. But my first wife, I was literally double her size. I was 6'1", probably 80 pounds at the time. I'm 300 pounds now, to give you an idea. So I was a lot smaller then. Uh, but I was a 6'1", and I was still built because I was always real broad shouldered. And I looked like even when I was skinny, I looked like a bodybuilder almost because of the way that I was broad shouldered and skinny. Uh, but when I stood next to her, it was funny because she was like 5'2" or something and weighed 99 pounds soaking wet. The woman couldn't gain weight no matter how hard she tried. She would drink Ensures and suck down milkshakes and anything you could think of to try to gain weight. And she could not gain weight, and that created some resentment. 'Cause I even look at a milkshake and I gain 10 pounds, man. I don't know, I can't stand when people are like that. Can't gain weight no matter what they do because, fuck, I can even look at something and get fat. And, there's a lot of times she whooped the fuck out of me. I mean, she would just she'd get mad at me and turn around and just plow right across. I remember one time I had a mullet, okay, before mullets were, like, not cool because when I had it, I put it in style. Like, nobody even knew what a mullet was until I had one. I made it so cool that everybody had to have one. I can believe that if I want. We're all drinking. Not that I condone underage drinking, but I was underage and drinking, and we're all at this party, and, she grabs me from behind by my hair, pulls me backwards like yes, pulls me backwards, dumps the beer in my face, and proceeds to start punching me like she's trying to kill me in my face, right in front of all my friends. And I says, "Dude, you wanna do shit like that, do it at home, someplace, not never do that kinda shit in front of somebody's friends." And, it was very difficult, other than the ones who seen it, to explain to somebody that a 5'2" woman was abusive to you because I didn't believe in hitting women, and I wouldn't. But I used to tell her, "If murder was legal, I'd fucking kill you." And I used to tell her, "I wish it was legal to beat somebody that deserves it, because I would punch the shit out of you." But I was, I always maintained my composure. The worst thing I ever did once when I was drunk was I accidentally pushed her on her ass, and I never heard the end of it. I was Mr. Abusive because I shoved her on her ass one time, and let's just forget about all the times she beat the living piss out of me. It was not uncommon for me to have like a black eye or a big bruise, a split lip all the time. But she actually said to me one time, we're driving along, and I'm like, "Why the fuck are you so crazy? Why do you do that?" And she, what she tells me, maybe if you hit me, I wouldn't act the way I do. How's that for some shit? Isn't that some shit? That's just the craziest shit ever. Uh-oh. I said something about alcohol, so the alcohol demon shows up. Well, you have to say hi. You gotta turn your phone off because I can't stand hearing the echo. Turn it down. What's up, Sessa? I'm glad everybody could stop in. I'm not sure what you stopped in for, but are you? You heard me talking about crazy women, so one had to appear. Oh no, 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 no. It's never just one. It's never just one. What the hell was you pouring in there? What is it? What are you? You ain't telling me, and you think I'm gonna drink it? Oh, it's good, and I'm just supposed to take your word for it. What is it? Just drink it. I'm frightened. Ooh, it doesn't smell good. Smells like cleaner.
It's not cleaner.
I think she's trying to do me in live on the show. She's trying to poison me.
It's not cleaner, I promise.
That's what it smells like. Oh, that's atrocious. Yeah. Give me something to taste that. Yeah. Oh, that. That was the grossest thing ever. You are trying to kill me. It tastes like toilet bowl cleaner. Yeah, I turned her microphone. A little bit of that buzzing I heard the other day, Mike. I turned her microphone all the way down, and it quit. At least what I was hearing. And yeah, I think it's her mic over there that was buzzing a little bit. At least some of it, what I heard, because I don't hear it now. But these mics are so sensitive. I can't figure out how to like. Maybe they're just cheap cords. I don't know. I can't afford the real nice, expensive cords. I got medium range cords. What's it mean if I blink a whole bunch of times? He says blink twice if you're in trouble, HardWire.
You ain't in trouble.
Help! She's trying to kill me. She's holding me hostage. You can't see it. She's got a knife right there off the screen. And she's like threatening to chop meat in front of me.
I don't have no knife.
Go chop some meat. Make some food. Make us some joikey. Joikey don't take very long to make. I used to make joikey. Some joikey. I would, but the meat's too expensive now. I used to make it out of Hamburg because one, if you get the right combination of like they call it 80 20 75 like 25, like the right percentage of fat meat, you get the right percentage of it. A lot of it's going to cook out, when you're making the joikey, because you're dehydrating it. But if you get just the right combination, it'll be enough that it leaves enough and moistens the meat enough, and it's really good. And when you start with the ground meat, it's not so hard to chew. Uh, like I don't have any bottom teeth, so yeah, I have a hard time chewing regular jerky. And I miss peanuts. I can't chew peanuts either. And yes, I said peanuts very carefully because somebody's going to try to accuse me of saying something else. You can't say the word peanuts without people trying to insinuate things. What the hell was that nasty shit you gave me anyway? I don't want to know. Am I going to die? Am I going to be like tripping balls here in a minute? I better not be. Like, sorry, honey, I just gave you some LSD in there. Have a nice ride. See, I knew somebody'd have to say something. No, no, no. There's no good way to answer that other than no. No, no. I had a brother got me with one the other day, and this is, I'll go ahead and tell it because I'm not scared to, make fun of myself a little bit. I fell for it. And, yeah, how was it? I told him I used fake sugar in my coffee, and he goes, "Whatever you do, don't try any of that fake cream or fake milk stuff." Uh, I said, "Well, I tried that almond milk before, and it's like real. It's like fucking. You have to use a whole bunch of it, and it's real watery. It's nasty." He says, "Oh," he said, That's what I was about to tell you never to try." And I was like, "What?" He said, "Well, you like one nut milk. You must like any nut milk. So if you like nut milk," I'm like, "Fucking dickhead." Oh, yeah, well, there's also a kitchen cabinet that has a mixture of all kinds of weird boozes that have been left over from, like, people wanting to taste new things, and I got a weird cabinet upstairs full of weird liquors. Huh? You what? You got in the weird mixed liquor cabinet with all this. That stuff's really old too, though. It might have turned into fucking engine cleaner. Uh, yeah, there's some kind of vodka up there. It's like, Dragon's Breath vodka or something like that, and it's a spicy vodka. It has peppers in it, and yeah, it's not horrible. It does have a bit of extra burn aside from the alcohol burn, but it was not a popular drink, so it's in the cabinet. I had a giant bottle of regular, like, well rum and uh, stuff last year, and I used it at the Nationals to sell shot glasses. If you bought enough shot glasses, I let you fill your shot glass for free with your choice of the two things I didn't want. I didn't tell them it was like just leftovers I was trying to get rid of, but it sold a lot of shot glasses. I sold a pile of shot glasses, which was good. And I got rid of that. I might have to do that again this year. I'll just clean out all that crap that's in there that I don't want, which is quite a bit of stuff. She won't tell me exactly what it is. She just said she snuck it out of the. She raided the cabinet with all the mixed leftover crap. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people calling them douche flute. Seems like there's a lot of different terminology for them. Not too many people that aren't my friends would come up to me and accuse me of sucking on a douche flute. I don't get a lot of people quite that brave, but yeah, there are a lot of things you can call it. But I enjoy my vape. I vaped, I nothing but vaped for 2.5, 3 years, And I married this asshole, and she got me like occasionally smoking again. But I do good. I only go through a pack every 3 or 4 days or 5 days, which is pretty good. It's like one on the way to work and one on the way home. And that's usually all I smoke for a day, unless I'm out with the club and then I'll stand around bullshitting with them guys. In which case, I just fucking sit there and smoke them like a madman. But yep. And let's see. Don't forget about the burning room tonight with Redneck Side Motorcycle Whips. I don't know if he's got anybody special on or not tonight. I did not see. But tonight at 7, we'll have the burning room. And I'm pretty sure come summertime, I am going to move the show to later in the evening. That way I can have my Sundays during the day to go riding and whatnot. And since if he keeps doing the burning room at 7, I may come on at either 5:30 or 6, something like that. That way I can just like raid over to him and he can do his show, and we'll do it like almost like a pair. Oh, I better be careful. That might not be a fart.
That would suck.
It'd be like that one senator. I forget what his name is. He had that video going around and it sounded like him shitting himself. That'd be horrible. Yeah, I'm getting ready to wrap it up. So I would like to thank everybody for stopping in and listening to me ramble for the day. Every week at 2:00, come by for Hittin It with HardWire. When the time changes, I will advertise it everywhere that I possibly can. I'll put it on the YouTube to let you know, and I will like have an extra show to make sure that I tell you on the show, and I'm sure I'll mention it in Mike's chat when it does happen. But I'm not even seeing the end in sight for this cold weather. I keep looking at the weather, and it's just cold and rain. It's not even April showers brings May flowers. It's like this is just like April showers brings flu and sickness because it's just cold. Ain't nothing worse than cold and rainy. And I don't even see any end in sight to it. Oh, Jesus. Peanut butter whiskey with pickle juice does not sound good. That sounds like something a sandwich a pregnant woman would make, pickles and peanut butter. For those of you that don't know, Sarah's my daughter. And she's upstairs, apparently wanting to do a shot. Go drink a shot with Sarah. Alcohol demon. Maybe it sounds like she's trying to get somebody to drink a shot with her. Good. You're the alcohol demon. Go, like, up here. You're like the alcohol demon. Anytime somebody mentions alcohol, you just like poof appear. You're the little demon on the shoulder going, nah, yes, you want this, my kitty. No, I do not want another one. I didn't want the one you gave me. And that was gross. All right, I'll see you next week at 2:00. And much love, honor, and respect. I love each and every one of you. Yins make the show possible. I appreciate you, and I'll see you this week on various shows, BD show and Hollywood show, or That other guy. What's his name again? Oh, Mike. Oh yeah, that Mike. I might be on his show too, maybe. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you next week.
Hittin' it with HardWire. We're burning it bright. Living on the edge, we'll ride through the night. No fear in our hearts, just the roar of the steel. Together we rise, now this life feels real. Yeah, held a new path on that twisted black line. A YouTube dream where his past can't confine. With every rev, he's reclaiming his soul, teaching the world how to ride, how to roll. Rising up high when the shadows surround.